Hello, guys. This is Elvis D'Silva, a sales coach and the host of IAAM Growth Talks, in which we invite guests from different fields of expertise who can help people become more productive and improve their efficiency. And today, in this IAAM Growth Talks, we have a very special guest who's a graphologist, that is Mrs. Shivani, and she's an expert in analyzing the handwriting. In this episode of I Am Growth Talks, we explore how something as simple as handwriting can reveal leadership traits, decision making ability, sales potential, stress levels, and even accountability inside your team. If you're a business owner or a sales leader, this conversation will change how you look at people forever. So I recommend watch this entire podcast till the end. Happy watching. Hello, guys. This is Elvis D'Silva, and we have our guest, as I mentioned briefly, about Shivani. Shivani is a graphologist, and she's an expert in analyzing the handwriting and giving her recommendations. I hope you find our conversation fruitful. And in case you want to speak to Shivani, you want to get in touch with her, her credentials will be there in the description of this video. So, hi Shivani, welcome to this podcast.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, Shivani, let's begin. I have a good list of questions for you because I found this field very interesting when you mentioned to me that you can come to know about a person from the handwriting. Like we have heard as a sales coach, I have heard a lot about, we have used psychometric tests, different kinds of
Yes.
psychometric tests, MBTI and DISC, and so many others, color personality. But when you said about handwriting, and the other day you also analyzed my own handwriting and you mentioned so many things about me, I thought it would be a really good podcast to, have you as a guest on our I Am Growth Talks podcast.
My pleasure entirely.
So, Shivani, my first question for you is, from a business owner's perspective, how can handwriting reveal insights that interviews and resumes usually miss?
Interesting. So,
Mhm,
what is a resume? I, as an employee or person who's trying to get a job in your organization, for
mhm,
example, I
mhm.
am the one who's writing the resume. Point
Right.
one. I'm going to write everything that I want you, as my boss or
Mhm,
future boss, to know.
mhm,
So I'm going to write everything good. I'm not going to write that I have, let's say, low self-esteem. I'm
mhm.
not going to write there on the resume. So I will pen down all my achievements. I'm going
Okay.
to write down all my experiences, my qualification, and everything good about myself.
Mhm, mhm.
How would you know my subconscious mind until maybe it's too late? One day,
Mhm.
when an employer he faces litigation, he'll come to know about certain things, or
Okay.
when there's something major that has happened. So resume. So what a resume shows is achievements, and what handwriting shows is that what is it that that person does not want to tell you. So
Okay.
what he doesn't want to tell you, I will reveal through the handwriting.
Right.
And what he wants to tell you will be there on paper. That's the
Okay.
difference.
So it's always for like what I'm thinking as a business owner, say, for example, if I'm taking a team member, it's
Mhm.
always good along with whatever is their resume, their credentials, their certificates, even analyzing their handwriting would be a very good thing, right?
Yes, of course, because see, the HR's job is HR's job.
Uh-huh.
Their job is to figure out. So now let me ask you a
Mm-hmm.
question that let's say you have three candidates
Mm-hmm.
for the post of, for example, CEO. Now all three are very well qualified. They are very appealing
Mm-hmm.
to talk to look at, and they have just the right experience and qualification. Everything is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
How would you choose that one? Out of the three who all three seem perfect, how will you
Right.
choose that one? What will the HR do? So my job is to support. It's a tool for the HR. It's to
Mm-hmm.
support the HR, to tell them which one to pick up. Which one of these three will leave you for a better job opportunity? Which one of these three may cause some kind of a problem for you?
Mm-hmm.
Who's that, crazy manager who will take your organization to just another level? And I say, when I say crazy, I mean really, has very innovative thoughts, and he can change around the whole thing that the HR person will not be able to tell you. I will.
Okay. But in Shivani, like even such what do you say virtues or values of a person like authenticity, integrity, all those also can be analyzed from handwriting.
Honesty, I mean, in fact, those are the traits where you don't need to really do any research in the writing. So
Uh-huh.
normally it, like what we do, all hand graphologists, we take all the traits, we stack them, and then we decide. But integrity, honesty is like 1 second visible. You just look at it and it's very visible.
Okay.
Dishonesty is like so very, it's like a baby's job. It's that quick.
Okay. But so like I still the answer is still not clear. Like, will the
Yes.
handwriting reveal these things?
Yes, so it's so simple. I think that's the basic. So if you
Okay.
say that, somebody who's in prep class of
Uh-huh.
graphology will also be able to tell that. So honesty,
Okay.
integrity is very easily figured out in the writing. You don't need to be a big graphologist or an
Okay.
experienced graphologist. Very
Okay.
simple. Very quickly you can figure that out.
So I'm really curious to know what science helps you to, identify this. Like, what's this study? And because it's very new for me. I had never heard about, this, though I knew, graphology and it's about handwriting analysis. But when I spoke to you, we had almost an hour where you
Yes.
deciphered my handwriting and told me so many things about me. So I'm very curious to know if you can share with us that, what is this science? What's this study? Like, what do you study
Yes.
to, identify this?
So most of the people that I
Uh-huh.
meet, they all say, "What is this? I don't
Mhm.
believe this
Uh-huh.
is, crap.
Uh-huh.
Who will believe this? This is not scientific." So yes, it's not chemistry, physics, science, pure science. Nahi hai. That of course
Uh-huh.
I know,
Uh-huh.
but it is a scientific study of the strokes that you write. So handwriting is like brain writing. It's an X-ray of the mind, of the subconscious mind. And when
Mhm.
I say X-ray, we can really see through a person completely. We can see childhood issues. We can talk about parents,
Mhm.
what kind of trauma a person has had, or so. First 7 years they do have an impact on our adult
Uh-huh.
personality. So,
Okay.
especially the first 7 years, what all has happened in the person's life is very evident. So, I'll explain to you. So,
Mhm.
it's just that when our repeated thoughts, whatever thoughts that we have as a child
Mhm.
that we've
Mhm.
had,
Mhm.
whatever emotions, whatever experiences that we've had, they form a neural pathway,
Mhm.
and a synaptic connection is formed because neurons, they form a synaptic connection,
Uh-huh.
and this pattern is formed by when the thought is repeated over and over again in, let's say, childhood. So or we can call it conditioning. So when there's this conditioning that, if the parents have said you're
Mhm.
you could say you're not focused, you're not good in studies, you're not this, and repeatedly we are said something, we
Okay.
grow up with those, and so these synaptic patterns and neural pathways, they show up, express our personality through motor um,
Mhm.
movement. So,
Okay.
so it's, see, very simple. One dot that you put on paper is a thought. And when you write a letter, let's say letter C, that is
Mhm.
a series of thoughts. So so you don't write with your hand, it's the brain that tells you what to write.
Okay.
So how you form your letters,
Mhm.
that tells us what kind of conditioning you've had in childhood. And
Okay.
yes, as you grow up, there will be changes, of course, but you're writing your traits from childhood that are still part of your personality remain.
Okay.
So let me tell you something very interesting. You look at your
Mhm.
writing, you look at, so anyone who's watching this can just look at their own writing and see that, are you a really tiny writer? So this is something very basic. And I'm sure a
Mhm.
lot of you already know that if you're a very tiny writer and you're really writing small letters, you may be an introvert. And if you're writing nice, big, you relate well with people, you can connect well with people. Of course, there are other traits that, then you add up and then
Mhm.
certain changes may happen. But you look at your writing and you figure out, are you a very tiny writer? You will be an introvert. Are you writing nice and big? You like talking to people, you like relating
Mhm.
with people.
Mhm.
And then there is that like slant, and then we take the pressure, and you know, where you began the paper, writing on the paper, where you
Uh-huh.
ended, all that. Very interesting and scientific. It is
But then,
scientific.
Shivani, what's the certainty rate like on a scale of 1 to 10? Like, how much can I rely on this findings based on writing?
Interesting. So, um, everyone that I have, I'll tell you mine. My, I'll rate how I've done about 5,000 analysis by now, but
Okay.
I'll tell you how right I've been. So on a
Uh-huh.
scale of 1 to 10, I would say 9. And that 1% that I have, that, they did not agree 100% with me,
Uh-huh.
was when they have a trait called self-deceit, where
Okay.
they will never agree. So they're like the
Mhm.
worst clients that I will get. They'll never agree to anything. And they'll keep saying that, I don't think so. Right from step one to,
They
let's
just
say if
want to
I'm
be
doing
a
a,
rebel. They just
they
want
don't
to
want
be a
to
rebel.
accept. No,
Okay.
they don't
Okay.
want to accept reality.
Okay. Okay.
So that self-deceit trait is there, then yes, they will say it was not a good analysis. And they will say
Mhm.
no from the start to the end.
Okay.
So I rate myself as 9 on a scale of
Mhm.
1 to 10.
Oh. So I like as you're sharing, I see, the application of this even at a very greater level, like in government organizations and very higher departments, sensitive departments, where they really need people on whom they can rely, on whom, the national security depends on. So I see very, very, very huge application of this particular science of, depicting the
So there in
handwriting.
Fortune 500
Uh-huh.
companies, there are about 300 firms that are using this as a tool for recruitment in the
Oh,
world over,
okay.
300 of the
Mm-hmm.
Fortune 500 companies. But in India, the government, of course, is doing a lot of forensic, obviously
Uh-huh.
for finding out the criminal. But there's still time for them to recognize this and to use it as a tool for recruitment or finding out the criminal.
Okay.
However, I would love to work with criminals. That's what I've been really trying hard,
Oh.
not just to study, but
Mm-hmm.
also to figure out that what can be changed in criminals.
Oh.
And that's something that I am really looking forward to.
Mm-hmm. So, Shivani, I would like to know, like, at present, who is your client base? Like, for which job roles and what positions?
So, a lot of firms that have so there is, for example, there is a firm in Kanpur which has about 16 Hyundai workshops, and Hyundai, he's a dealer. So in 16, he has a dealership of
Uh-huh.
16
Mm-hmm.
different cities of UP. So
Okay.
for example, them. So they in fact even take show me the signature of a driver that they're taking, though they are dealers, Hyundai car
Mm-hmm.
dealers. In fact, they have other brands as well.
Uh-huh.
But even a driver that they keep. So, for example, a driver who is for highway.
Mm-hmm.
So you may know that he drives well. You can test drive, take a test drive and see that he's driving very well, or he may have a good experience or reference, but that's all that you know. I can tell whether that driver will be focused on the highway, or because it's that fraction of seconds distraction that causes accidents.
Right.
This is so very common. So they know by now that if I've said
Mm-hmm.
no means a no. Also, a lot of schools are using, other than a couple of firms, there are a lot of schools are using for teacher recruitments, because I
Okay.
can tell that one teacher that's a big no for children, a big no, even a lady teacher, a big no for children.
Oh. So, Shivani, like the second question for you is like, what are the top personality traits handwriting clearly reflects that directly impacts workplace performance?
So it all depends on the kind of job role,
Yeah, like say
of
supposing
course.
accountability, ownership, which is one of the major challenges that employers face with their employees. So will handwriting also be able to tell that yes, this person is really accountable when he takes a job, he owns it, he finishes it.
So we could talk about success rates. That
Uh-huh.
does that um, the applicant have
Yeah,
certain
very close.
success
Yeah.
rates?
Uh-huh.
So, or we could also say that, does he have so like I said, it depends on the job. Do you? So I normally what I do is I ask the person who's employing
Uh-huh.
the owner of the firm. I generally ask them that what role do you want him? What are the traits that you want from this person? So
Mm-hmm.
let us say organizational skills. Is he a risk taker? Is he focused? Will he leave me very quickly? So you typically, all corporates, they spend a lot of time, energy, a lot of money on
Mm-hmm.
training these people, recruiting and training.
Right.
And then one fine day, that person just leaves and goes for a better job opportunity. Especially youngsters today, they keep looking for
Right, right.
comforts. They
They keep
want,
popping
so
for small
yes.
improvements.
So how do you know? Writing shows that this person will very quickly, or maybe has a lot of. So I'll give you one trait.
Mm-hmm.
When people have desire for acquisitiveness, or when they have desire for materialistic things, so
Mm-hmm.
that is one important point that I see, that when there is a lot of desire for materialistic things, that person may leave quickly, even if you've given a very good salary.
Okay.
But there are other traits as well. So will that person leave very quickly? Will he stay with you? Is what is very clear in the writing.
Oh,
So you're spending so much of time, money, energy. At least you should know whether that person will
right, right.
stay.
Many organizations are turning out to be like training centers. They train, they
Absolutely
invest so much, and then suddenly one fine day this person leaves. And
true.
then again the
True.
entire loop begins. The induction and then the training, and by the time the person is ready, there is a lot of loss of productivity.
Also, how do I wonder, what do they
Mm-hmm.
do about, so of course they have a cell to handle it, but what do they do with people who've caused havoc, mess at workplace? So there
Mm-hmm.
are employees, I'm not, so even so, let's say chartered accountant, obviously the boss wants that the chartered accountant should at least be secretive. That's the
Right.
least that he wants.
Uh-huh.
Focused, yes. Analytical, yes. He should know what he should weigh the
Right.
pros and cons. But will he leak out the secrets? That is very clear in writing.
Okay.
Handwriting tells it all. So my tagline is handwriting never lies. It
So
reveals
from my
everything.
handwriting, what did you realize? Does Elvis really reveal the secrets? No,
So
I'm
I
honestly
do.
asking.
So since I do
Uh-huh.
many writings every day, so I'm analysis. So if you really
Mm.
ask me, I'll have to look at your writing again to really tell you
Uh-huh.
right now
Okay.
that. But yes, I told you have success traits, a lot of success traits you have. In fact, the signature itself tells how successful a person will be.
Oh.
That's quite interesting. So, if I may point out, all you need to do is look at the signature of Deepika Padukone, look at the
Mm-hmm.
signature of Amitabh Bachchan, or look at the signature of Donald Trump. That signature will stand out. And
Most
you
of the
compare
signatures are
that
so
with my
complicated, no? Means if you see, there is so much of, it's like a design
twists
only. It's like a kind another
yes.
design.
So I'll tell you what signature is. It's like
Mhm.
I am somebody, but my public image, what I want to tell you is something else. Happens with a lot of film stars, especially. Their
Okay.
public image is completely different from their private life. So the
Mm-hmm.
handwriting will be completely different, but this is my public image. So when they're drawing, so how you draw and how much curves and curls you're bringing into your writing, of
Mm-hmm.
course, talks about your mindset.
Mm-hmm.
But one tip, that when the first letter of your name is
Mm-hmm.
very large, it talks about your ego. And
Okay.
yes, Amitabh Bachchan, for example, needs to have that kind of ego. It's good for
Mm-hmm.
him. It
Okay.
perhaps will not be good for me. So you don't just hear it and change your writing that, okay, I need to be big and I'll change my first letter and the first
Mm-hmm.
letter of the surname. But maybe that's what Amitabh Bachchan is, good. He needs it. He needs that kind of stardom. He needs, even Deepika Padukone, she
Mm-hmm.
needs that kind of stardom. It's good for her.
Okay.
So notice how she writes her D. The D has a little curve. Every little dot that is put reflects some part of the personality. And for Deepika, you will see a little curve at the bottom of the D. It's a huge
Okay.
D.
Okay. Like,
So
if
every
possible, like if you have some signature or something. Okay, let's do one thing. Uh, but anyways, I think so here if I draw a signature, it won't come, like I draw on the paper. Let
uh,
fine, maybe. But if you have something, can you sh like screen share or show us something on the screen,
um
if possible?
I no, I don't think I've saved any signature here. You could show me anyone's
Like,
signature. You
okay,
could show me
let me do
Donald
it.
Trump's
Let
signature.
me. I will do my own signature. Okay, let me just check. Okay, so this is on the paper. Yeah.
So what you've written, it also, for me, it is important that, so very, I'll tell you very,
Uh-huh.
a very general, keep
Mm-hmm.
showing it to me, please.
Uh-huh.
Please keep
Okay.
showing it to me.
Okay.
So there is, like for a body, there is our body, then there are legs, and then there is the head. The
Mm-hmm.
head is the intellect. The
Mm-hmm.
body is what you do every day, and the legs is for, let us say, how much you are earning, how active you are, and your desires, all that, that's to do with the legs. So a
Okay.
signature is like, or a writing is like a human body. So what I see is extremely good imagination. You
Mm-hmm.
are ready to take things from others, views from others. So good intellect is what I see. I see very good organizational skills. I see some kind of a stress as well,
Okay.
and aggression with that stress. Now,
Uh-huh.
if you will ask me what is aggression, so for me, see, I own a school, so I'm not supposed to be aggressive. It's not good
Mm-hmm.
for me. But for you, the kind of work that you're doing, it's good for you to be aggressive. So that's a plus one for you, not for
Okay.
another person. So what I see is a lot of aggression. Aggression
Mm-hmm.
means, so it's not always negative that you
Right.
go hit another
Right.
person,
Right.
but it's like that I will kill it, I will do anything and everything to move
Right.
forward.
Right. Right.
What I also see is that
Uh-huh.
some thoughts that take you back to your past, but
Uh-huh.
then you also know how to move forward with a lot of energy. Notice I did not say lot of energy, but I said lot of energy. I stretched it because it's
Right.
you. I see you very energetic.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps you could do 10 things in a day.
Right.
you know
Right.
so always eager to work. Also, what I see is you're very persistent. So just that scribble that you've shown me is
Uh-huh.
talking so much about you, so much about you.
So actually, all the
Very
four things you
persistent.
said are absolutely 100%. So
Great.
that's really, really fantastic. Amazing. Amazing.
Just
So,
signature tells a lot.
wow,
And
really
I
nice.
could talk about your signature for, let's
Uh-huh.
say, half an hour.
Okay.
just your signature.
Wow.
Talks about your parents, talk that, signature talks about
Mhm.
mother, talks about siblings, talk about whether your office is at home or, handwriting reveals really everything.
So, guys, any viewer who is watching this, don't think that, we have, had the script before and we, practiced and rehearsed what, and we even don't know each other for, we just know each other for very recently. So,
Yes.
I'm just trying to say this because that at times you may think that, hey, this is fake and what is this? And I don't believe in all this. But guys, it's
So,
all
sorry to
true.
interrupt you. I have an Instagram account,
Uh-huh.
and when I put in something, a lot of people say this is rubbish, this is humbug, and and what I say is
Mhm.
that, all right, send me 2 lines. You write 2 lines, just write anything and
Mhm.
send me, and that's my challenge. And they actually send me on my inbox. They send me, and then
Okay.
they're shocked that how can you reveal so much.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I meet a person, their jaws drop that to
Mm-hmm.
this extent, how can handwriting analysis be so very accurate? So all those people who think it's nonsense can just try it out.
Right. So, Shivani, like if anyone is really interested to become a graphologist like you,
Yes.
where do they go and where is it taught and which is the best place to study from? Can you just throw a little light on that?
So there are many graphologists in
Uh-huh.
India. They are quite very good. There is Mr. Milindra Jore, who's at
Okay.
Pune. There is Mr. Pradeep Kriplani.
Mm-hmm.
I have also done, I'm an internationally certified graphologist, and there is Bart Baggett. So he has Handwriting University. I've done a long
Okay.
course with him.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and do it. I don't teach, but yes, there are many. There's
And
Imran
is
Bey,
it
there are
is it
many.
really a good like how like I'm just saying for any youngster who's watching this and they are interested in such science and maybe they are thinking while listening to this, hey, can I make a career out of it? Do you think it's a really good option to make a career out of it?
So I am professionally doing this from morning to
Mm-hmm.
night.
Oh.
I have online sessions till late evening. In the morning, I have a school, but then
Mm-hmm.
I analyze, and so I call myself a healer. That's what I like to call
Mm-hmm.
myself,
Mm-hmm.
because the moment you look at the writing, you
Right.
feel
Writing is a medium
I
through which you're,
you
helping
understand
people.
yourself better.
Right.
Yes. So
Right.
I do take 2 children and I help them understand themselves better. I
Mm-hmm.
give certain, I'm also a therapist, so I help them make certain changes in their writing. So earlier we
Right.
catch them, the better it is. But for an organization, I would say it doesn't just help in recruitment,
Mm-hmm.
or it could help in promotions that, so for
Who is
example,
promotable, who will take up, larger
what
responsibilities.
and what if you money does not excite you, and there is
Mm-hmm.
something else? So writing tells what will
Oh,
excite that person and
okay,
make him stay in the organization.
okay,
Also team spirit, also there's these politics and tiff. So you just understand each other better. You know how to
right.
handle your. So if there is an employee who's very unhappy with the boss,
Uh-huh.
must get in touch, because I can just tell how can you
So
please the boss
Shivani, as you're
understand.
sharing, what's coming to my mind, like I deal with, I speak to business owners. I have done a lot of corporate trainings and coaching programs. So
Yes.
what we do is also for before the training, we do a psychometric test, and there are all these tools that I mentioned to you. But I see a gap here even with these tools because these tools have been definitely they are authentic, they are scientific, and they have their own weightage.
Yes.
But what I
True.
see very critically is even those tools are made with a certain background, yeah, of the person who developed those tools, a psychologist or someone, yeah, who came out with those tools. So there is a bias even in those tools. So even those psychometric tests cannot be so much relied on compared to this handwriting because this handwriting is you who are writing it, you know,
Yes, it's your brain
and
writing.
in the present you're writing it. And those psychometric tests are subject to the emotional conditioning that you are having at that particular moment and what are you feeling and how was your day and how did you begin your day. Because even psychometric test says that the test results can vary from time to time. But
True.
in comparison to that, I'm not trying to belittle the
Be
psychometric
little.
test.
Yes, I do understand.
Definitely they are very good tools. Industry has been using it, but I think even this is at an equal level where the handwriting speaks about a person.
So I wonder if, so with due regard,
Uh-huh.
because I do believe in psychometric test as well,
Uh-huh.
but I wonder if it can talk about the first 7 years of a person's
Okay.
childhood, the traumas that he has faced, or
Mm-hmm.
the kind of experiences that that person has faced. Now, that would reflect in the psyche of this adult personality.
Right.
Also, what about parents? So the kind of parents, will the psychometric test reveal the kind of parenting that the person has had? Because your parents, the values of the parents will
Mhm.
reflect in your mindset. So we do
Okay.
take everything from our parents, right? Sometimes
Right.
the way we walk or the way we sit also reflects the way somebody in the family walks,
Right.
or sits. So I wonder if to that extent psychometric test will talk about
So
the
since
first
you're just
9 months.
mentioning about parents, I'm just curious to ask you, like, is it that a child is more influenced from the mother's side, or is it depends? How is it? Like I have heard
No,
that the mother's side has a more influence on the child.
no, no.
Okay.
Both parents have equal role. So
Okay.
generally speaking, mother influences your intellect, how
Uh-huh.
you think, what is right. Sanskar, we call values, we call
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
your ethics, all that comes from anyone's mother. And from the
Okay.
father, you take things like your desires, your earning, your physical fitness. It's not that the father teaches you, but you get it from your father.
Okay.
So all your desires we get from our
So like
fathers.
this all
Desire
goes in
for
your
money.
genes, in your DNA, and then from there it again
Yes,
comes out through your handwriting. Is it like
absolutely.
that? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, great, great. So Shivani, like I think this is also very useful, like if a young boy and a girl is looking to get married, are trying to decide their life partner. So this can be used even there.
So yes, certainly. I'm a relationship. I help in relationship compatibility,
Uh-huh.
and that goes. So I'll tell you how it happens. So relationship can be between two partners in a business.
Mm-hmm.
It can be your brother, your real brother that you're bringing into your business as your partner.
Uh-huh.
But as and we all know that I don't need to say it, that even brothers fight,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right.
then the whole business is divided into two.
Mm-hmm.
So whether it's your long term friend, whether it's your business part, your
Mm-hmm.
brother whom you're bringing as a business, any kind of relationship. So it
Uh-huh.
could be life partner or a business partner.
Okay.
I talk about handwriting. I don't. The
Mm-hmm.
handwriting talks about how compatible are the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
What will be the causes of certain fights or things where their mindset doesn't align,
Uh-huh.
or whether they are compatible or not at all. And if they have decided to tie the knot, it could be a business partner or life partner. If they have decided to, if you're getting married, then I just tell them that, okay, these are the problems that may happen. You should get into it being aware that this is going to happen later, and you don't need to, so normally what happens, the moment two people get married, they start bringing in change, expecting change in the partner,
Right.
that okay, you change. So there is this love affair for 20 years, they get married and things change right after that. And
In
you
20
know
days.
how very common divorces are these days.
Mm-hmm.
Divorces, be it business partner divorce or a life partner divorce, but it
Mm-hmm.
happens, it's like we can't stand little things also. So if you
Right.
are aware, you understand each other better, there is harmony in the organization or at home. There's
Okay.
much more harmony. You understand that, okay, this is why he is, or if two people are fighting, it could be again business partners or husband wife. If
Mm-hmm.
you understand that, this is what happened that led to him being so rude. He's
Mhm.
not, things are not in his control. This is how he is. At least you understand, you become a little empathetic.
Right, right. So actually, I am seeing the application of this everywhere, actually.
Everywhere,
Whether
everywhere,
it's personal life, whether it's business, professionals, spiritual leaders, everywhere, I guess. Because
everywhere.
everywhere that we are humans and then we are in teams, it's not solo, it's either a couple, a partner, or a team. So, like, how does
So,
is this like, this set A and this is set B, and now this is a good combo? Like, you have such permutations and combinations of this?
so no, no.
Okay.
So it isn't that A kind of writing will be a very good fit for B kind of writing. It's
Uh,
just that the traits that this person has, we
mm-hmm.
stack it up and we see, all right, how will stress be managed when there is so even when two people are married, there's bound to be a stressful situation. Now,
Uh-huh.
in that stress, who takes it as in what way? Who breaks down? Or will they handle it with a brave face? So, for example, so
Mm-hmm.
stress, how will they handle fights with each other? Will one be very aggressive and hit, maybe hit the other person? Will he be
Mm-hmm.
abusive? Will that, the moment so for
Mm-hmm.
example, a Casanova is like when everyone wants that, he's just the right guy to get married to. You get married to that guy, but he remains a Casanova. He will continue having multiple affairs
What do you mean by
because
Casanova?
Casanova is the most sought after boy, the most
Okay.
handsome, the one
Okay.
who's, socially extrovert.
Uh-huh.
Now, what that girl forgets is the moment they get married, but now he will remain the same Casanova. He will remain the same socially
Oh,
extrovert person. Will always be looking around at other girls.
oh,
So you know him now before you get married, and then after all the expectations, hopes, and blessings of the society, there is a very quick divorce.
right.
Understand each other better.
So, like, handwriting is, like, I'm just thinking from the viewer's point of view. Maybe if they're thinking that are we judging? No, we are not judging the person.
No, no, no.
It's
It's never
actually
that.
revealing what actually the person is,
So it is never,
right?
writing is never good or bad. Of course, sometimes it's the criminal tendencies that we can see
Uh-huh.
very, very easily. So other than that, all writing. So like I said, being um, sensitive to criticism may be good for you as a businessman, for example.
Mm-hmm.
But I handle children. It's not good for me. So what is good for you doesn't work for me. And what is
Right.
good for me may not work for you. So you may be, we're all good people. But these two, the combination may not be good. It's just
So,
that.
having said that, this handwriting can also reveal traits which can then further help us in career guidance as well, right? Like, if these are your
Yes,
traits, I think this is the right career for you because this is the kind of a
certainly.
personality trait that you have.
Yes. But I would like to state that I am not a career counselor or I
This
don't
can be a
guide.
data for a career guide,
But
right?
certainly, yes.
Uh-huh.
So for example, somebody wants to be an air hostess.
Uh-huh.
Now, what is the trait? It's very, like I said, it's very scientific. It's just 2 + 2 = 4. That you need to be people pleaser if you want to be an air hostess, or
Mm-hmm.
you want to be an actor
Patient, you
and
need to
public.
be patient.
You need to be patient. You need to
Mm-hmm.
smile all the time. You
Right.
need to be appealing. That's what you
You
want.
also need to be, I think, flexible, like with the timings and all,
Absolutely.
time
Will you
zones.
be all right? And also, are you okay with anyone saying anything to you? Because that may happen.
Accepting
So
no.
we look at the traits. We
Okay.
don't look at, So for example, this particular role or this
Mm-hmm.
particular profession, these are the
Mm-hmm.
traits that that person,
Mm-hmm.
if that person has, then yes, I
Is a good fit,
it
or
does
maybe
help.
not, probably not a good fit.
Another field that
Mm-hmm.
handwriting analysis is really helpful is
Mm-hmm.
lakhs and lakhs of students give competitive exams, and
Right.
there are thousands who've committed suicide
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because they could not reach. Handwriting, one look can tell, leave it, child. competitive exam is not for you. One
Mm-hmm.
look, and we could say that, that little help will help you with that. It's all about that 99.9% and
Mm-hmm.
99.8% marks. So what are your positives? Work on that. What are your negatives? We try and help the with a lot of therapy and
Mm-hmm.
counseling, that you have this, for example, baggage from the past. You need
Uh-huh.
to get rid of it in order to get a good score in your competitive exam. But
Okay.
there are children who give for 3 years, 4 years, they'll keep giving the same competitive exam. And I feel that it's such a waste of, money and time. And most important, you feel like a failure. So for me, that is
Mm-hmm.
important. That if the handwriting analysis is done, at least you would
Mm-hmm.
know whether I should work hard or leave
Right,
it.
right. So much of time would have been saved. You would have started on the right track.
And self-image that goes down the drain. For me,
Right,
that is really important, that you're crushed
right.
completely and the society labels you that you're a failure.
Mm-hmm. Right. So, like Shivani, like say, supposing some parent wants to know about their child,
Mm.
because sometimes maybe they are having a teenage child, and the teenage child,
Yes,
they are finding that something is not right.
yes,
So, if a parent takes the handwriting of a child and gives you, you will be okay of going ahead and doing this for them.
yes. So
Okay.
you will be surprised that a handwriting of class six
Mm-hmm.
child,
Mm-hmm.
I could tell looking at the writing that the child was for sure watching porn. He was very young,
Oh.
uh, sixth or fifth class, and he was watching porn. I told the parents that check whether he has a phone, what is he watching, and
Oh.
he was. So something as small as that can also be revealed through writing. So you just
Mm-hmm.
understand your child better. That is a stage. Teenage is a rebellious stage, so there will be a
Mm-hmm.
lot of things that they're doing. So the same thing at 16 is okay, the same thing in class 4 is not okay. So at least you should know your child. Or there are parents who
Mm-hmm.
expect a lot from their children. At least know your child better. At
Right.
least know your
Right.
child. I
Right.
think all of us need handwriting analysis. All of us. You need to understand yourself
Mm-hmm.
better, your family better, your spouse better,
But then
and
why
definitely
do you
your
think,
employees.
Shivani, this is not so, why has that not become so popular? Like, if it's
It's
like
now
I'm seeing
picking
it's
up.
such a noble task. Like, if you can tell a person about him so that he saves not just, monetarily, but even his precious years of his life. And
Yes.
if he can be, corrected through counseling and coaching after this handwriting analysis. So I'm just, trying to understand why has it not become so popular? Why are people not aware about it?
So it is, yes, I know that people
Uh-huh.
would rather go to an astrologer when there is a problem, or wear rings and do puja
Mm-hmm.
and stuff. Yes, I know. But it's picking up now. And post COVID, if I think somebody that's, one profession that's really, excuse me,
Mm-hmm.
one profession that's really sought after, going to be sought after,
Mm-hmm.
is handwriting analyst.
Okay.
Because post COVID, it's affected our mental state in a huge way. All of us are impatient, anger is increased. You can see stabbing and yelling, and on the road, you can see a lot of
Right.
rage.
Right.
And so, children also have gone through a lot of pressure during COVID.
Uh-huh.
That reflects in the writing. They don't want to socialize now, they want to stay away from the family.
So say even if a school wants to know about their students, they just give you the answer sheets of which they have submitted in the exams.
Yeah, enough, enough.
So that is enough for you.
That is enough,
Okay.
enough.
So like what do you do? Like do you give a complete report or what is it?
Yes,
Like what do you
when I do
submit?
it professionally for,
Uh-huh.
so there are clients who sit with me for
Uh-huh.
maybe an hour. Sometimes it takes 3 hours. when I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing it for a person. But
Uh-huh.
professionally, I'll tell you, I prepare a report, I get a
Okay.
sample from the person, the owner
Uh-huh.
of the business, and I need the position that he's required for.
Okay.
I give a detailed report of all the positives, all the negatives, and
Uh-huh.
also my opinion. And
Uh-huh.
if there is somebody who feels that, no, I still want to take him, I'm very impressed. So I just tell
Mm-hmm.
them, keep my report. You'll come back to me after 6 months when you've faced
Okay.
a problem. If I've said a no.
So this report can also be as a input to a psychologist, counselor. They will readily accept it as a authentic. They will validate these findings.
So I send
Uh-huh.
a lot of students to psychiatrists.
Uh-huh.
I do. And surprisingly, the report that the psychiatrist has submitted is
Match.
exactly what I have.
Okay. Okay.
Exactly. So
Mm-hmm.
suicides and depression is like there on the paper.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Autism, dyslexia,
Okay.
issues.
Okay.
Parents are not aware of what all has happened with the child,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but it's evident in the writing.
Okay. So, like, say, just moving a little, towards leadership. Say, supposing
Yes.
someone wants to appoint someone on a leadership position. So, what traits in the handwriting, like you spoke about, it's all about strokes and all. What's that
Yes.
particular thing, peculiarity about that stroke, which tells that yes, this guy is a very good leader. He will really take his
So
leadership role seriously.
no one trait, no one trait. There are
Uh-huh.
at least nine success traits, at least
Okay.
nine success traits, at least nine roadblocks to success. So
Uh-huh.
when I say that a person is a leader, uh, like I said, every word that we write is like a human body. So
Mm-hmm.
there is this middle zone, then there is
Uh-huh.
this head, which is the intellect, and there are
Okay.
legs, that is the lower zone of letters.
Uh-huh.
One, the three needs to be well balanced. You
Okay.
can't have a person, so you check your own writing, that do you have upper zone loops, are they good
Uh-huh.
enough?
Uh-huh.
Then yes, intellect, there
Okay.
is intellect,
Okay.
intelligence, but there are leadership traits. I would say the most important for me is self-esteem. If you
Mm-hmm.
don't love yourself, um uh, ultimately, that is one thing, that is, that's the game changer.
Okay.
So loving yourself is the first thing that I say, that self-esteem is the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
However, your desires are all. What if you don't desire money? Why would you
Mm-hmm.
even work for it? Or if what if you're physically not active, and you need to run a huge business? So
Mm-hmm.
all the zones have to be. Plus, then I see the pen pressure, the spacing, the slant. So this is not, it's, if I tell you that, okay, I want to welcome you, you've come home and I want to greet you, it's very simple. How do I greet you? Of course, I'm going to bend forward and, put my arm forward and to
Right.
shake hands.
Right.
So I will not do that and say, good morning, how are you? I will, oh, welcome to my home. I'm not going to do that. I will
Mm-hmm.
bend. So if your letters are bending a little forward, you're
Uh-huh.
more pro people. You can relate with people. You're a little
Okay.
emotional. And
Okay.
if you're bending back, you want to
Uh-huh.
put people away from you. It's
Acha.
very simple. So a
What is
leader
this? Is this
cannot.
bending back or bending for what is this?
So you need to write a line and show me, because no,
Acha,
you
that is
need
from
to
the
write a word.
handwriting.
Write a
Oh,
word. Yes, write
okay.
a word and show me. And you would know. I want you to check. You are half graphologist today. I've taught you quite a bit. So you write and you show me and you tell me.
So
It's
how
so
much do I need to write? Just
interesting.
two lines are enough.
One line, one word.
Okay. So this is what I have written.
All right. So you tell me your letters. Can you see they are vertical?
Huh, it's perfectly vertical.
Yes. So now you tell me, are you? going to be practical, emotional, or you want to stay away from people like this? Are your letters moving forward? Are they straight or are they back? Leftward?
It is perfectly
Of
means
straight.
straight.
So will this person be practical or very emotional? You tell me.
I think practical.
Yeah, very logical, very practical. You will use, so whatever
Uh-huh.
decisions you will take will be based on logic and not
Yeah. Yeah. A
emotions.
lot of reasoning, lot of I see
Also, what
360 degrees. Yeah.
I can see very clearly. So your success rate. I'm not sure
Mhm.
whether I've told you that or not, but you're very
Mhm.
intuitive,
Yeah.
very intuitive.
Yes, yes.
So that is a leadership trait, also a
Okay.
leadership trait. So I spoke about self-esteem, and then
Mm-hmm.
I said, intuition also helps. Then
Mm-hmm.
desires help. You should have good desires.
Right.
Then you should be analytical. If you wanted to know leadership traits, a leader needs to be
Mm-hmm.
analytical. He should be weighing the pros and cons well. He
Right.
should be, if he's on top, he could afford to just give instructions. So does, and also desire for responsibility. There are
Mm-hmm.
people who don't desire responsibility, but
Mm-hmm.
if there is a person who desires responsibility and it is evident in the writing, then giving
Mm-hmm.
him a post is very important, or he'll leave you. He'll just
Okay.
leave. So what
And
he needs
does
is a
this spacing
status.
speak anything? That each word there is equal
Yes.
spacing. Like if you
So
won't say
words
that.
are like words. So words are like people.
Okay.
So how touchy you are when you are with your family or your friends is how
Mhm.
close the words are. And the more
Okay.
farther away they are, you want to first understand them and
Mm-hmm.
then be friends with them. You want to take your
Okay.
time.
Yeah, they're spaced.
Another thing I see in your writing is you're very
Okay.
creative. And earlier
Uh-huh.
I said your imagination is very good. That's like creative and imagination. So very good for somebody who's innovative, whose
Mm-hmm.
job requires innovation, a lot of
No,
thinking.
actually, when I'm doing my sessions also, like when I'm preparing, I already have the picture in my, like the
Absolutely.
blueprint is already there. I can see it in my mind. And I just go on Canva and I make it. I'm actually just removing it out from my imagination and putting it there. And it's very creative.
Yes,
It's something very different.
you will always have, so you have a desire to be different. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever you will do, even if you cook, even if you cook a dish, you will put your own flavor,
Yeah,
you'll
yeah.
make it a
I
little
do
different.
some experimentation and
You will
my
always do.
my wife likes it, especially salads and all.
Yes.
I do a lot of creativity and a lot of mixtures in that.
So if you were to be given a
Mm-hmm.
job that is mundane,
Mm-hmm.
you will leave. You will get bored.
Actually, I did. I was as an analyst, technical analyst at IBM, just in front of the desktop.
Ah,
I could not do it
okay.
more than 8 months.
Very true. So now you see handwriting reveals it all. Who will
Right.
stay? Who will leave? So though you were intelligent, but that is not what gave you your core satisfaction.
Mm-hmm.
So what will give you satisfaction is where you're putting your own flavor, where you're being you get a lot of freedom.
Even
So
in a
if
job,
as
I
a
could not.
student,
I could not stick to a job also. Like.
even as a student, I'm sure you
Uh-huh.
got a lot of scolding that he always asks, he comes up with
Yes,
silly
yes, yes,
questions,
yes, yes,
but
yes.
it's not silly. You
My
think
friends
out of
would call me a
box.
question bank.
Oh yes,
They
I'm
would
sure
call
of it.
this guy is a question bank.
Because this kind of writing, they think
Mm-hmm.
out of the box, and the
Mm-hmm.
society does not want, the school does not want, because they
Mm-hmm.
want that you learn by rote and reproduce only that much.
Right.
So if you want a rebel in the organization, if you want somebody to be thinking different, is this kind of writing. So it
Great.
depends on what you want.
Uh-huh. Right. So just a few more questions,
Sure,
Shivani. We are
sure.
almost towards the end.
Yes.
Uh, Let me figure out which is that question. Just a moment. So how can SMEs practically implement graphology without making employees uncomfortable?
Yes. So
Like
in
I'm practically asking, like say supposing I'm a business owner, I'm running a small and medium enterprise, and I'm really very careful about who am I taking in the team. And I want,
yes,
and I don't have much, my budget is not too big. I cannot afford all this experimentation, people coming,
yeah.
I investing, they leaving. I want few people and the right people and at a right position. But
Yes.
like, how do I actually implement it? Like, says, let's take this as a case. I have, say,
So
five people in my team.
yeah.
I want to know this. Are they right? Are they at the right position? How do we go ahead?
So if you tell a person, so it's happened with me
Mm-hmm.
multiple times that I've approached very big firms here in
Mm-hmm.
Rajasthan,
Mm-hmm.
and I said, "Get me a writing of anyone." They said, No, no, no. What are they going to think? There's somebody in my
Mm-hmm.
office,
Uh-huh.
and what will they say? What are we doing? Are we snooping on them?"
Mm-hmm.
So he said that no, I can't ask for the writing. So yes, there is always this that the employees are going to wonder, or your that that what are you doing, why do you suddenly
What's the
want the note
purpose?
written,
Right.
what is this? So I would suggest
Mm-hmm.
that handwriting analysis should first and foremost be done as a,
At the
so
induction
there are
level,
a
at
lot
the
of
induction level at itself, at the
not
interview
induction.
level.
So in interview level, yes. But
Uh-huh.
if there you said you already have five people and you need to know
Uh-huh.
more about it.
Uh-huh.
So in that case, you say that I am doing this analysis for getting this analysis done for your own personal improvement
Mm-hmm.
and of the family. So give it
Okay.
to them as a gift from the boss to help them understand themselves better and their family better. So personal on personal level, they
Uh-huh.
will be, more than okay. Yes, there's something they're doing for us. So you do a lot
Right.
of motivational games, or you take them out for, retreats,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
that's where
Wow.
this
Yeah,
is,
yeah. That's a
just
wonderful
something
idea.
that, and they feel happy. That's it, and then they
Correct.
become okay with it, and you get to know about your people.
Right.
So
Right.
start personally.
Great.
Even for
Even
the
even a
owner, I would
family
say,
can do it, right?
yes, of course.
Just to
Yes,
know
of
each
course,
other a
sir.
little more so that there is more empathy, there is more understanding,
Less
more
fights,
less
less
fights.
daily fights.
Great, great. Fantastic. Fantastic.
So there is
Uh-huh.
an organization that I did. I cannot reveal the name, but
Uh-huh.
so they had some 100 CFOs there, and they had taken them for a retreat for 2 days.
Uh-huh.
And I did the handwriting analysis of all of them with their spouses. So that
Okay.
was just something that they had an extra, you know, you could call it entertainment or fun or understanding, or, but I always have a tissue box that I always do keep a tissue box,
Oh.
because I know it ends up with people crying and getting
Okay.
emotional. But a lot of people are taking this
So
for their
along with
retreats.
this data, you also counsel them and guide them?
Yes,
Okay.
certainly,
Okay.
certainly. That comes hand in hand. Yes.
And you have like professional counselors and these people also with you who can
No,
really
no,
professionally.
no.
Does this lead to clinical conditions and all?
If there, yes, there are times that I see handwriting reveals
Uh-huh.
certain ailments.
Okay.
Even Parkinson's can be cancer, if I may
Oh,
say that.
okay.
Migraines, acidity, diabetes, all can be seen through the handwriting. So then my
Mm-hmm.
job is just to inform the person, please get your test done, and that
Uh-huh.
is it. I don't tell them what. I just say, get your yearly test done. That's it.
Okay.
Nothing more than that. I never reveal anything else. I'm not the doctor, but I can see signs, because all
Mhm.
physical ailments, the root cause is some stress, some hatred, some resentment that has been buried for many years.
Okay.
So that is the root cause of a lot of physical ailments. So my job is just to tell that go meet a doctor. That's it.
Okay. So, uh, Like say supposing a business owner of a SME wants to start this.
Yes.
How would you recommend? What should he do? Like how what is the
Uh,
best possible way to get in touch with you?
so if I tell them that you get your there is a skill, a tool called handwriting analysis for recruitment,
Uh-huh.
nobody, trust me, nobody uh, buys it very quickly. So
Uh-huh.
I always suggest that get your own handwriting analysis done and see how revealing it is. So it's
Okay.
about just you understand yourself and you'll be shocked, shocked to
Okay.
the level at which it can reveal.
Uh-huh.
But if I just, send a letter and email to some business owner and I tell them
Mhm.
that you must use this as a tool for recruitment, they would not.
Okay.
So I just
Okay.
assist the HR in finalizing the right person for the right job.
Okay.
But that happens once the owner, the business owner himself gets his writing or his wife's writing analyzed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Shivani, we would also like to know about you as a person. Though
For sure.
I could have asked you this earlier, but never mind. But I would like to know about you as a person. How are you as a person? How do you spend your day? How do you start your day?
I'm an early morning person. Get
Uh-huh.
up early. I meditate for a little while. I'm
Mm-hmm.
a big time gymmer. I love, that's my temple. That's a
Wow.
place where
How
I
long
get
do you gym?
so about 1.5 hours, but
Okay.
then it's very strenuous for that 1.5 hours. It's a
Oh,
lot of weights. It's all about weights, and
okay.
it gives me a thrill to be there. It gives me
Mm-hmm.
peace.
Mm-hmm.
If especially the days that I'm really if there is anything that's stressful or if the day's been stressful or if I'm angry,
Mm-hmm.
I forget everything in that 1.5 hour. It's just the
Right,
gym.
right. Same with me. I too would go to gym and you feel so fresh. Though at times, when you're picking that weight, it is really painful. But once you sweat and then have a shower,
I
completely
take it as
different.
a challenge that if my instructor tells me that
Uh-huh.
okay, 30 kilos is enough,
Uh-huh.
so I'm like, I need to do 35. I
Okay.
love it. It's like a big time challenge for me.
Mhm. But just recently I have stopped because this lower back. One fine day I took overweight. So
All right.
there was
Yes.
shift in the tissue in the lower back.
Yeah. I understand.
So Shivani, yeah, I would also like. I heard that you like animals and you also sing. So I would like to
So
know a little.
my entire day, and you are not going to believe this, that if
Uh-huh.
2 o'clock at night there is a stray animal that has come looking for food, we do not, lift an eyebrow. It's like he's come to ask for food. So 2 o'clock at night, 4 o'clock in the morning, we are, I think, born for animals. My husband and I, and my son,
Oh.
we are born for animals. And animals like I've had squirrels, I've had guinea pigs, I've had stray dogs, I have many stray cats. I've had,
Mm-hmm.
I love snakes. I love all kinds of animals, all kinds.
Okay. You love snakes
Love
also.
them. I love snakes.
Okay.
I've held Python, never
Okay.
thinking twice that,
Uh-huh.
what if nothing? It doesn't. I think our love is mutual. Animals love
In
me
one
and
of
I
the
love
studies I
animals.
read, it's only human beings who decides that no, he plans that I'm going to harm someone. Animals don't do that. Unless they fear that,
Yeah.
in self-defense they might do it, but they don't
Yes.
plan, oh, now tomorrow I'm going to attack this person.
True. True. And maybe because, and they get this feeling that, this is a person who's, an animal understands when it is another person, when there is
Mhm.
a person who naturally will love an animal, they do get the vibes very
I
quickly.
was just I was just watching a video yesterday on Facebook where it was showing about a dog that they have 3 million sensors on their entire body, where human beings have just
Yes,
five or something.
right.
I'm not quite sure of the number, but human beings have very less, and this is 300 million sensors.
Yes,
And
even
different breed of
cats.
dogs have different sensors. Like a
Yes.
German Shepherd can sense the heartbeat, and the other, can sense the muscle contraction and relaxation, and that is why
They
the
can
police use
even
it.
know the time. So, for example, a dog
Uh-huh.
walker comes at 5 o'clock in the evening.
Uh-huh.
Quarter to 5, that dog will start, moving around the door or
Mhm.
whining, that, and he knows when it is exact 5 for the walker to come. All dogs do that. All people who have pets,
Uh-huh.
dogs as pets would know that. They know the time.
Oh, okay, great. So Shivani, want to know something about your singing hobbies also.
I'm a bathroom singer. I don't sing very
Okay,
well,
okay.
but I love Hindustani classical music. I
Mm-hmm.
love to listen to, in fact,
Mm-hmm.
especially early morning, or in fact, all day. So Hindustani classical is something, and luckily I'm at Jodhpur where I do get opportunities to
Mm-hmm.
very national level classical singers who come to Jodhpur for different
Oh,
festivals. So I
okay,
get an opportunity to, listen to them.
great. So now, Shivani, it's time for a rapid fire. Are you ready?
Sure. All
Yeah.
right.
Tea or coffee?
Tea. Both not too much.
Okay. Early morning or late night?
Early morning, certainly.
Mm-hmm. Home food or eating out?
No food. So I'm very low. I don't have much keenness on
Much
food,
keen
but
on
home
food.
food.
Okay.
Yes.
Comfort food you love the most. Which is a comfort food you love the most?
Dal, roti, chawal, sabzi. That's
Okay.
it.
Music
I'm
or
not a foodie.
silence?
Music, classical,
Mhm.
Hindustani,
Bollywood, Hollywood?
Hollywood,
Great. Mountains, beaches?
both. I love nature.
Books or movies?
Mm, Books, certainly. Movies,
Mhm.
very rarely.
Okay.
Maybe because I'm in a town where we don't get to watch too many, but web
Uh-huh.
series I do watch quite a bit.
Okay.
So, mm,
Planning or going with the flow?
planning,
Okay. Now something related to personality, okay? Introvert or extrovert?
mixture. So, a big
Ambivert.
time introvert. Yes, a
Okay.
big time introvert. But
Uh-huh.
if it's a crowd of 1,000 people, I'm very good with it. Very
Okay.
good.
You are
If
an ambivert.
ambivert,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
Okay. City life or quiet places?
quiet,
Okay.
quiet,
Routine or flexibility?
flexibility. So
Mm-hmm.
a bit of routine, of course, is required for you to have some sort of
Right.
sanity
Some
in life.
order and yeah,
Yes, some order, but both, yes.
both. One word people often use to describe you.
Healer, healer,
Great. One thing you would like to be known for.
healer.
Healer, right.
Yes, as
One
a
thing that
healer.
instantly makes you smile.
Animals, plants,
Okay. One habit you can't live without.
uh,
Live
uh,
without.
No, so gymming is something that I hope
Uh-huh.
I'm able to do forever and
Mm-hmm.
till I can. So,
Mm-hmm.
gymming or exercise of some kind, or
Mm-hmm.
yoga or walking, but some physical exercise. That is
Okay.
something that's very, very essential for me,
Okay.
for my soul.
Great. Just three, four more. Okay.
Sure.
Three more, just three more. Favorite way to relax after a long day?
I'm not the type who would lie down or after a long day. I think will you believe it if I say that when I look at a handwriting,
Mm-hmm.
it gives me a lot of energy. Just
Mm-hmm.
analyze like a mystery that is unraveling. So
Mm-hmm.
if I'm very tired and I get a handwriting to analyze,
Mm-hmm.
I am like in another zone. But if you really ask me, would you like to lie down or relax? Not really.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I could
Not
see
really.
that whenever I show even my handwriting, a different smile and glow in your eyes,
Yes,
like
yes,
as if you have
yes.
got bold.
I get so I'm really passionate
I guess that
about
is a sign
this.
that it's your calling, and that's
It
a
is my
wonderful
calling.
sign of your calling. Last one.
Yes,
One
sure.
word for today's conversation that we had.
One, I loved it, and
Hmm.
what can I say? I poured my heart out, if I can say that.
Right.
Um, I
Right.
am not, I'm not, like I said, I'm not an
Uh-huh.
extrovert. I
Hmm.
loved pouring my heart out today, talking,
Hmm.
which I don't ever, ever. I
Right.
don't. So this was being with you, and I think you made it. It's because of you that you made it so comfortable, and you made me comfortable that I was able to talk so much.
So thanks, Shivani. This was, I think, any viewer who will be watching this will find so much of applications, and maybe they may also feel like reaching out to you. So guys,
I hope,
whoever is
yes,
watching this, Shivani is one. It's not just a profession; it's her vocation. I
yes,
think no one other better, you will not get anyone better. There will be definitely many qualified and who are into this profession. But from what I can tell you is that Shivani is one person who is very authentic and she's really good at her craft. And you must have seen that in the demo that we had where she analyzed my signature, my handwriting. So feel free if you think Shivani's services, her study, her expertise can be of help to you. Whether you are a business owner, you are a family person, whether you're thinking that you want to explore the personality of your child for the betterment, so that they can
yes,
improve, they can grow the way you want to see them, where you want to see them. Any kind of partners, if you are business partners, you want to know for definitely for good purposes, not to manipulate, but constructively to grow yourself, grow others. Definitely reach out to Shivani. So I hope Shivani putting your details, contact details in the description of the video is fine.
absolutely. Yes,
Yeah.
please.
So the
Sure.
credentials of Shivani will be mentioned in this. And in case if you think that there is someone else who needs this service, yeah, whom this can help, please feel free to forward this podcast video to them. So once again, Shivani, a very big thanks.
Thank you. Thank you
And
so much for having me here.
yeah,
Thank
God
you.
bless. God bless,
Lovely
Shivani.
talking to you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Hello, guys. So this was Shivani, and we invite such guests, such experts from different fields of, expertise or professions who can really help you grow, the people whom you love to help them grow, your team members to grow. So stay tuned, follow I am, subscribe to this channel of IAM Growth Talks. Yes, this is a series of podcasts called as IAM Growth Talks. Even watch the previous ones and also give us your feedback. Yeah. What are the changes? What are the things that you do not like in this podcast? What are the things you want to improve? Or which guests do you want me to call for you who can really help you go to the next level with the insights that they share? And once again, thanks for all those who have already subscribed. Please share this podcast video with someone. Yes, just sparing 3 seconds, hitting the forward button and sharing the link with someone can bring a difference in their life. And that's the very purpose of this podcast. Thank you and good day. This is Elvis D'Silva, a sales coach and a director of IAM Private Limited. Good day and God bless.